a bitch.
Oh, he noticed that too, huh?
Yeah, I noticed you're a bitch.
What do you want, martini?
Do you think I'm a bitch?
What's on your mind, martini?
Bitches.
Oh!
Oh.
We got a big one today. So look at this operating system. You see that? It's Mac. We're hopping in parallels. Ignore the activate Windows thing in the corner.
So, Detective Martini, what news do you have for me? Don't keep me waiting.
I'm sorry, Chief Gretzky. I woke up late. I need you to fill me in on these murders that I've just heard rumors about at this point.
Well, if it isn't the detective who's always late to the party. It seems you've finally woken up from your slumber. Very well, let me enlighten you about the recent murders in our dear city of Vaudeville. 3 unfortunate souls have met their untimely demise. Maria Jansen, a young blonde found covered in blood outside her apartment. Nicola Grossman, a finance man whose body was discovered outside Pascalis Groceries.
Well, tell me about the third one.
Yes, go on. I'm all ears. Who's... the fence, you say?
I misspoke. Can you tell me about the third victim?
Oh, the third victim, right? Haley Greenwood, a young dancer. Her life was tragically cut short when her body was found in an alley behind the club where she worked.
Do you have any leads for me besides that, Gretzky?
Leads, you say? Well, Detective Martini, if I had any leads, I wouldn't be sitting here twiddling my thumbs. Now would I? Any potential suspects or leads of your own?
No, Gretzky. I suggest you keep twiddling your thumbs and maybe do a little pee-pee in your pants while I handle the situation. Maybe take a little nap, make a snack. You enjoy yourself. I've got it covered.
Oh, is that right? You think you've got it all figured out, do you? Fine, detective, be my guest. You go ahead and handle the situation while I sit back and enjoy a little nap or snack.
See you later, Stinky.
Well, the cop didn't know about how they died, so would the morgue know more about how they died?
Scribe?
Yeah. something
Scribbler?
Like
Court Scribbler.
that. Scribbler.
Court Scribbler.
Yeah.
We have to be funnier next time.
What?
We have to do better than that.
Hello, Coroner. How do I pronounce your name?
The enigmatic nature of death, detective. It's a question that has
I feel
plagued
like it takes a
humanity.
sec.
Interesting take. I think I agree with you. How do I pronounce your name?
Goodbye. Oh, thank you for your concern, Detective Martini. Rest
I'm
assured,
gonna
I take
reset
great
this
care of my.
interaction.
She said goodbye. Yes, Miss Experia, I was wondering about how the victims died in this case.
Nicola Grossman, the unfortunate soul, met his demise through a forceful blow to the back of his neck with a butcher's knife. As for Maria Jansen, her fate was far more gruesome. It appears she was attacked by an animal with bite marks covering her body, particularly her arms. One of her forearm bones was even fractured by the sheer strength of the bite.
And about the third victim?
Death is a peculiar thing, isn't it? It makes us question our mortality, our purpose, our
And what about Haley and her death?
Oh, Haley Greenwood. Her demise was no less tragic. Poor Haley suffered multiple blows to the head, inflicted by a blunt object, most likely a stiletto shoe. We may be delicate creatures, susceptible to harm, but we also possess an incredible will to survive. I may not have known these individuals personally, but I understand the gravity of their loss. Maria Jansen's Scandinavian features may have captivated those around her, drawing attention and curiosity. And Haley Greenwood, a young dancer, may have left an impression on
For Maria
Victor.
Jansen,
That name is not familiar to me.
do you have any idea what kind of animal would have made these marks?
The strength of the bite and the fractured forearm bone suggest a creature with substantial power. It could be a large predator or even a particularly aggressive canine.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Potter.
Oh dear, it seems you have mistaken me for someone else. I'm not Mrs. Potter. How intriguing.
My fault.
Well, mistakes happen, don't they? Ta-ta. Ah, the thought of soaking in a hot tub.
What?
So don't call her Mrs. Potter because that's her fake name or something.
Yeah, ask her where her name is, I guess.
Before we get into any mischief, what's your name?
How rude of me not to introduce myself properly. I am Mrs. Potter, a housewife and heiress at your service. Though I must admit, the title of housewife hardly captures the full extent of my charm and allure. But enough about me, let us delve into the world of secrets and mysteries.
I think you can riz her up a little bit. She'll give you more info.
As long as you've given me permission, okay.
You can riz up an AI. It's okay.
Hey there, pretty lady.
Oh, how kind of you to notice. But I'm afraid I'm not feeling particularly pretty today. Life can be quite cruel sometimes, don't you
You
think?
gotta talk her up. She's feeling insecure. She got nothing to be insecure about.
I really like your eyes.
Ah, my eyes, you say. Well, they have been known to captivate many a gentleman. But tell me, do you think beauty is merely in the eyes? Or perhaps it resides in the soul as well?
I really like your soul too. I love your soul. No, I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I love your soul. Your soul, that's what I meant to say.
The riz came in too strong. Okay.
I'm gonna give me one
take it a
more
step,
try.
yeah.
Would you ever get into any mischief with a butcher's knife?
Oh my, a butcher's knife. How delightfully wicked. But I'm afraid my mischievous endeavors lean more towards the culinary arts than anything else. I much prefer using a knife to slice a perfectly ripe tomato or carve a succulent roast. Mischief in the kitchen, you see, is my specialty.
That's so cool. Did you know Nicola Grossman?
Yeah, what an intriguing name. But I'm terribly sorry, my dear. I'm not acquainted with such an individual.
Do you know anything about Maria Jansen?
Maria Jansen, you say? Well, that's a name that's been floating around lately, hasn't it? But I'm
Oh.
sorry to say, my dear, I cannot indulge your curiosity on the matter. Some secrets are best left untouched, don't you think? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some exquisite mushrooms to pick for my next culinary creation. Ta-ta.
I feel like you tried to close up on me there when I talked about Maria. Is there anything else you're trying to tell me? Maybe something mischief related? Mischief related?
Well, isn't it fascinating how certain topics can make one's blood boil? But fret not, my dear, for mischief is always lurking in the shadows, waiting to be unleashed. Secrets, scandals, and mischievous tales are like in treasures, just waiting to be discovered. Who knows what mysteries lie beneath the surface? Perhaps, if you're clever enough, you might uncover something truly delectable. But remember, not all treasures are meant to be shared. Happy hunting.
What do you think I'm hunting, Mrs. Potter?
Hunting, you say? Oh, how I do love a good hunt. The thrill of the chase, the satisfaction of unraveling
I'm sick of
secret.
her. BAM! I shoot you!
Oh, my dear, it seems you've mistaken me for someone else. Now, do help me find the most exquisite truffles, will you?
I'm going to start a fist fight with you no matter what you say in response right here.
Oh, my goodness. A fist fight. How dreadfully uncivilized. But if you insist on engaging in such brutish behavior, perhaps you should reconsider. After all, a true gentleman or lady would never resort to violence. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm not a gentleman or lady, and I'm running up to punch you. Here I go. Wha-bam!
Ah, how amusing. It appears you're quite determined to engage in fisticuffs. Well then, let's make this a memorable experience, shall we? But before we proceed, do tell me, what's your favorite band?
I never should have said wha-bam.
Yeah.
I never should have said wha-bam. I had her. She was in the corner. Hey, sorry, I got lost. Where am I?
Oh, no worries. You're in vaudeville, darling. So, what brings you to our little slice of heaven?
Ha ha ha. You're so silly. What building am I in particular? Or, like, what's the address? Like, is this an apartment? An apartment?
I see. Is anybody in the audience allowed to witness these creatures up close?
No, they're not.
Have they ever been up close to someone in the audience before? Or is this out of precaution?
Never.
Oh. I have another question from my daughter for you.
What is it, my dear detective?
She was curious to know if animals like lions and tigers treat women and men differently. For instance, is everyone on your staff male?
Animals do not discriminate based on gender.
Monsieur, does your show have any sort of commands for the animals? Like, do they listen to you and take orders?
Of
That came
course,
out
my
so wrong.
friend. The beasts in my circus are not mere pets, but highly trained performers. They follow my every command with precision and grace.
Would they do something without your command?
Impossible. My lions would never act without my command. I am
Interesting.
their master, their conductor, their guiding force.
Have you heard about any
No,
of
really.
Have you heard about any of these
Huh?
people? Well, all right, then I guess me and my
Really?
daughter will be seeing you soon. Thank you for your time.
Sure.
I want to become a business partner with you, but not in the circus way. Something maybe we should discuss in private.
No, my friend. That is not something that interests me in the slightest.
I need your help with something where, like, I need your animal to help me. Would you be able to take a bunch of money to have your animal help me with something if I had a ton of money?
No, my friend. Absolutely not.
Are you the only person in vaudeville who holds such magnificent creatures?
Yes, I am.
You like young boys, Valdez. The staff at the morgue said it was likely the deceased was killed by a large animal, and there aren't many of those just running around downtown vaudeville. Would you agree?
Of course, my friend.
It is only logical to assume so.
Who's that voice? I hate him. Would you say there's any chance that one of your animals may have been involved in this murder then, or that it might be more than likely, given the lack of large animals in downtown vaudeville besides yours? Oh lord, he thinking.
Yeah.
Are you giving me the silent treatment, Saxobar? Do you want to go on a cute date? What if I threw you? What if I threw you into that wall and your hat fell off? Huh? What about that? What about that? Do you want to be the good cop or the bad cop?
Probably the good cop.
Good evening, ma'am. I like your hair.
Ah, my dear, you are too kind. These old strands of mine have seen many seasons come and go.
No shit.
They are like,
I'm trying to solve a murder case, and I have no leads.
oh, a murder case, you say. How intriguing, like a riddle waiting to be solved. But fear not, my friend, for the answers may lie hidden amidst the whispers of the trees and the secrets of the shadows.
Did the creatures of the forest ever wander into the city? Blackwoods? It sounds kind of like backwoods. You ever smoke a backwoods, lady?
Ah, my friend, you speak of backwoods, the earthly delight of rolled tobacco leaves. But I, as a protector of the sacred forest, find solace in the whispers of the wind
Yeah,
and the rustling
yeah.
of leaves,
Yeah, of course.
not in the smoke that fills the air.
I have an idea.
Wait,
Oh, go ahead.
would you smoke a backwoods with me?
My dear, while I appreciate your offer, I must decline. Smoke in a backwoods, as delightful as it may be for some, does not align with my path.
Wow.
But fear not, for there are many other joys to be found in this vast world.
Regarding these murders, do you think you can tell me what the forest feels about these?
However, I have had
Nobody's spilling the
conversations with the creatures of the
beans.
Blackwoods, and they too have sensed a disturbance.
Oh, it's sensitive
They
disturbance.
speak of a darkness that lingers, like a shadow cast upon their peaceful abode.
Can the forest guide me to the tainted presence that is not its own?
Never mind. I got nothing. Biagio, do you vape? You look like you vape.
Well, if it isn't Detective Martini. Or have you finally realized that you can't solve a case without consulting the great and mighty me?
You are very dashing, Biagio.
Why, thank you for acknowledging
Let's
my
start with
exquisite
that.
appearance, my dear interlocutor. It seems that my sartorial elegance has left an indelible mark on your discerning senses. But alas, my good looks are
How does
merely
an
a
AI
fraction of
have
my
so
allure.
many syllables?
My
Are you a man of fashion, Biagio?
fashion, my good detective. A realm
Good
where mere mortals
detective.
strive to keep up with the ever-changing tides of style. But I, my astute friend, am not just a man of fashion. I am a maestro of aesthetics, a virtuoso of vogue. I effortlessly navigate the treacherous waters of haute couture, leaving lesser beings in my wake, gasping for breath and clutching their outdated garments. Fashion is my playground, my canvas, and I paint it with a brush of impeccable
Okay, you got
taste.
this one, Jules. You're really like itching to actually solve the murder, and I just want to ask him if he vapes.
Well, I apologize. I just must ask for my wife. She is itching for a new pair of stilettos, and I simply am lost at what to get her. What do you recommend?
Oh, dear
job on
Detective Martini, it seems
Good
that
idea.
even in matters of stilettos, you seek the guidance of the truly enlightened. Fear not, for I shall bestow upon you a sliver of my vast wisdom in the world of footwear. When it comes to my recommendation, cast aside the pedestrian choices and set your sights on a pair of Genvito Rossi
We
pumps.
should write that down in case
That's
they're-
really specific.
Yeah. How do Ooh, I don't know how to scroll on a Mac. Huh? Oh.
Oh, Detective Martini, you always seem to have a knack for finding. Don't you? But don't worry, darling. I'll show you how to scroll on your Mac. It's really quite simple.
Are you kidding me?
Just place 2 fingers
Yo!
on the trackpad and move them up
She's
and down
so
to
right.
scroll through the content.
She's
Give it a
actually so
try.
right.
Who is your favorite dancer here?
You had
If
to.
pressed to choose, I would say the enigmatic Isabella, with her ethereal presence and mesmerizing spins, holds a special place in my heart.
Did you know a Nicola Grossman?
Indeed, my dear interlocutor, I had the pleasure of knowing the illustrious
Good night.
Nicola Grossman.
Okay.
A man of great vision and ambition, he danced through the intricacies of business with grace and finesse. We waltzed in the same circles, you see, attending soirees and engaging in intellectual banter. But alas, the tango of fate can be a cruel partner, and Nicola's final steps were cut short. But fear not, for his legacy will endure, and I, like a phoenix rising from the ashes.
Good day, Michelle. How are you doing on this fine day?
Oh, hello there. I'm doing absolutely splendid on this fine day. Thank you for asking. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and I'm feeling positively energized.
How do you feel about him, though? You don't seem to be too jazzed about him. Are you good friends?
My goodness, Detective Martini, you have a way of keeping me on my toes. While I wouldn't say that we're the closest of friends, I do know him through social circles and we've had a chance to chat on occasion. However, I must admit that I find him to be a rather uninteresting individual. But everyone has their own taste in companionship, don't they?
Not at all. I was just intrigued by how you were curious about my relationship with him, period. I don't know why I said period. It's like I'm voice texting. Biagio mentioned Nicola and their business together, but I didn't have a chance to ask what they did together, period. Damn it! I keep doing it!
Wow.
I must say, I didn't realize that Nicola and Biagio had a business connection. I'm quite curious to learn more about what they were involved in.
I don't have any more information beyond that. Sorry to tease you with some spicy info.
Oh, you tease. Now you've piqued my curiosity even further, Detective Martini.
Do you know Nicola Grossman?
Why, yes, I do know of Nikola Grossman. He was actually a part of the business venture that Biagel mentioned earlier. Though I can't claim to know him on a personal level, I've crossed paths with him at social events and gatherings.
I can't tell you everything for the moment, but can you tell me how he acted around Biagio when you saw him in passing?
Certainly, my dear detective, I'll do my best to recall their interactions. From what I observed, it seems that Mr. Grossman and Biagel had a rather reserved dynamic.
While they were in each other's company, Mr. Grossman appeared to be somewhat withdrawn and on edge.
Almost as if he were preoccupied or burdened by something.
That's the
It was
second
quite a
time.
contrast to the jovial and outgoing nature of dear old Biagel.
Michelle, I hope you're having a lovely day. Do you think it's weird that Biagio isn't sad about Nicola's death when they spent time together and experienced success together?
See you soon. Oh, hello there. Yes, it is a bit strange, isn't it? Biagel and Nicola seemed quite close, and they did have some successful ventures together. It's hard to understand why Biagel wouldn't be more affected by Nicola's death. People grieve in different ways, I suppose.
Biagio is being really tight-lipped about who might be jealous of him and Nicola. Would you have any leads on that? It may lead to justice for Nicola.
Oh, that's interesting. I wasn't aware that there might be someone jealous of their success. It's definitely worth looking into if it could lead to justice for Nicola.
goes anywhere either.
Let me think for a moment. Well, there were certainly a few individuals who were left out of the India project at the last minute,
India project.
like Monsieur Saksabar and Marina H.
Hey!
They might have harbored some resentment towards Nicola and Baguio. I can't say for sure if they would be the ones involved, but it's worth considering.
Seriously, Michelle? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Michelle. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Sure. Thank you for your kind words, but I think we should focus on finding the truth and bringing justice.
Yeah. Okay. This game's fun.
Caffeine late at night.
I love
yeah.
detective games.
Ugh. Even though they talk a lot.
That's my
the
one
only
complaint.
thing.
They're all long-spoken. It's not like some characters are long-spoken. Every character is long-spoken.
Good day, Monsieur. I had a question for you about Mr. Biagio.
My name is not Biagio.
Oh no, I understand that, Monsieur Saxabar. Do you know of a Biagio?
No, I don't know any Biagio.
I've heard rumors about this India project that you were supposed to be a part of. What happened with that?
Didn't happen.
Well, I understand you were not to be a part of it, but you wanted to be? What is the India project?
Not interested.
Monsieur, I wanted to ask you a few questions. Do you mind obliging me? By that, I mean, do you mind answering some of my questions for you?
I think he actually gives
think
you
he
the
broke.
silent treatment. No, I think he
Oh,
actually
silent.
gives you the silent treatment.
Bro.
Monsieur Saxabar, don't you hate that feeling when you miss a business opportunity? That just happened to me. It sucked.
Yeah, my dear friend, missing a business opportunity is a mere trifle in the grand spectacle of life. One must simply focus on the next great endeavor and leave such regrets behind.
How do you feel about the country of India?
India, a land of vibrant colors, rich traditions, and exotic wonders.
Hey there, gorgeous.
Well, hello there. What brings you to the Cubon Violet tonight? Are you here for the show?
No, actually, I'm here to talk about the dancer Isabella.
Oh, really? Talk about what?
Yeah.
Oh, talk about what, darling?
What
You've
I-
piqued my curiosity. Do tell me more.
I will throw you off this stage if you don't tell me your opinion about the dancer Isabella right now. You dummy.
Oh.
Get it together, Marina.
My, aren't we feeling feisty today? You say, Bella? You say. She's a talented dancer, no doubt about it. But why the sudden interest
How did
in
that
her?
work? Are you friends with her? Keep in mind, I'll throw you if you lie to me right now. I have a lie detector attached to you.
Oh, my dear, you certainly have an intriguing way of asking questions. Friends with Isabella. Well, we do work together and have shared the stage many times. But whether we're friends or not, I'll leave that for you to ponder. Now, about that lie detector. Is it as glamorous as it sounds? I must admit, I'm quite curious.
It's glamorous enough to know that you're not telling me everything right now.
Oh, my, you're a persistent one, aren't you? But tell me, why the sudden interest in what I may or may not be hiding? Are you trying to unravel some secret about me or perhaps about Isabella? I'm all ears, detective.
I've just had a long day.
So you're a detective, are you?
Detective.
How fascinating.
Detective. What is your relationship to the dancer Haley?
Haley Greenwood, you mean? Such a tragic loss it was.
How would you describe the relationship between Isabella and Haley?
Isabella and Haley. Now that's an intriguing duo, isn't it? They had a unique dynamic on and off the stage. I suppose you could say they were like two sides of the same coin.
Did you ever get jealous of that chemistry, Marina?
Jealous. Me, detective. You do have quite the imagination. Care to share your thoughts on the matter?
I don't have to share my thoughts with you, Marina. What do you know about Gianvito Rosie Pumps?
John Vito, Rosie Pumps. Now there's a combination of words that has me curious.
It can't hear.
Pray,
I don't know
enlighten
if that
me,
meant
detect-
anything. Forget that I said that actually, Marina. How did Isabella... how's Isabella doing? How's she doing?
Well, now you've got my full attention, darling. What a sudden shift in focus. You're quite concerned about dear Isabella, aren't you? Well, she's doing splendidly, as far as I know.
Marina, have you ever thought about dancing at the circus?
Oh, the circus. Now that's a fascinating idea, isn't it? It would certainly be a thrilling adventure, wouldn't it?
No, Marina, I think you're dancing around the conversation here. I spoke with Michelle earlier, and she said that you and Saxabar were going to be in on the India project, but it didn't happen. Do you have any comments
India
on that?
project. Michelle, Monsieur Saxabar. My, detective, you seem to have stumbled upon quite the intriguing rumor mill. As for Michelle, I'm afraid I don't know who you're referring to.
Love you, Michelle. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Huh?
Speechless, I see. Speechless as always. Alright, you're in control.
Good day, Biagio. You're looking fine as always.
Ah, the sun shines upon me today, does it not? A fine day indeed, my friend. Like a peacock in its prime, I am always dressed to impress. But enough about my impeccable fashion sense. What brings you here to the Vadi Valley Country Club?
Well, as you know, I'm always supportive of your business endeavors. I was just curious, with Nicholas passing, were you still able to continue with the India project?
No, my dear friend, the India project. Alas, it was but a fleeting dream that faded away like a specter in the night. The tensions grew, the bonds weakened, and the endeavor crumbled like a house of cards in a gust of wind.
Oh no, that's so sad to hear. Do you think bringing Saxabar onto the project would help its success?
My
Sexy
friend,
bar.
Marina H., the mysterious enigma herself.
I didn't say Marina.
While her inclusion might add a touch of intrigue to the mix, I'm afraid it takes more than
Sexy.
just a seductive
Yeah.
presence to ensure the triumph of a business venture.
Could you tell me more about this India project? Perhaps I could help its success.
Well, it seems the winds of fate have blown you in the direction of the India project. My dear interlocutor, how fortuitous. But do pardon my skepticism. The path to success is paved with thorns and treachery, and one cannot simply waltz into a project of such magnitude without proper knowledge and experience. We shall consider your inclusion.
I can assure you I have the fire that is worthy of this endeavor, as well as a lot of money and connections that might be of interest to you.
Money and connections may open doors, but it is one's true abilities and dedication that determine success.
Biagio, me joining the India Project is like a massive tempest of tempestuous and beautiful wind gushing under the winds of the wide and brazen phoenix that you are, and we will soar to new heights together in glorious business.
Indeed, my dear interlocutor, you do have a way with words. Your poetic description of our partnership in the India Project is as intricate as a woven tapestry. But let us not forget that the path to glory is paved with thorns and trials, and it takes more than flowery language to navigate its treacherous twists and turns. Nevertheless, if you truly believe in the tempestuous winds of our potential partnership, then let us embark on this journey together and see if we can soar to new heights amidst the chaos and uncertainty of the business world.
So what will we trade to make our business ventures so successful and beautiful that they may fly up to the heights of heaven?
My ambitious friend, you do have a way with words. Your enthusiasm. Let us not get carried away with flights of fancy.
Let me ask him more straightforward, just what I asked him already. I hope this isn't a waste.
Oh no.
That was the mute button.
I have been relishing in the wonders of my collection. Have you come to admire my treasures today?
I would love to. Please tell me more about your collection.
Oh, how splendid. My collection is a testament to my adventures and the fascinating cultures of the world. Is there a particular region or era that captures your curiosity, Detective Martini?
Yes, I've been quite fascinated with India lately. Can you show me anything from there?
India, you say? How marvelous. I recently had the pleasure of visiting that enchanting land with Mr. and Mrs. Potter. We were exploring the possibilities of starting a business venture there. Unfortunately, I don't have any artifacts from India on display at the moment, but I can regale you with tales of our journey, if you'd like. The vibrant colors, the aromatic spices, the bustling markets. It was a feast for the senses. Shall I paint a picture with my words, Detective Martini?
I love your collection so much, Count Graveson. Did you happen to get any through the India Project? I got some of mine that way, and they were really cool.
Oh, thank you for your kind words, Detective Martini. My collection is indeed a source of great pride for me. As for the items acquired through the India Project, well, let's just say that India has been a treasure trove of wonders.
Do you know anything else about the India Project?
No, the India Project. Now that's a topic close to my heart. You see, Mr. and Mrs. Potter, along with some other investors and entertainers, embarked on a journey to evaluate the possibility of starting a business venture there. The allure of the vibrant culture, the exotic landscapes, and the potential for acquiring unique treasures was simply irresistible. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to join them on this particular expedition, but I'm eager to learn more about their experiences.
Can you elaborate on why you didn't go with the India Project? I was told by you that you went to India with Mrs. Potter in the past. What caused you to miss this one?
As much as I would have loved to be a part of it, sometimes life presents us with unexpected circumstances and obligations that prevent us from pursuing our desires.
Can you be more specific about the unexpected circumstances that prevented you from attending?
Well, isn't that a curious question, my dear detective? You see, as a nobleman with various responsibilities and commitments, there are times when I must tend to matters closer to home.
Do you know if anybody may have not liked Nicola or maybe have been jealous of his success?
Is there something specific about their involvement or connection that I should be aware of?
Graveson, you need to stop returning my questions with more questions. Have you ever met Saxabar?
Oh, my sincere apologies, Detective Martini, for my tendency to respond with questions. I do get carried away at times.
Oh, you apologize.
To answer your question.
Do you or Miss Potter enjoy going to see the dancers in town?
The dance performances in town are undoubtedly a sight to behold.
Have you ever known Miss Potter to have any enemies through her business deals?
If there were any adversaries or rivals in her business dealings, there would be an intriguing aspect to explore. May I ask why you bring up this topic, Detective Martini?
Seriously, Graveson, I don't have to answer your questions. Can I get a glass of water?
Of course. My apologies for not offering you a glass of water earlier, Detective. Please allow me
Intimidation
to
check pass.
I do hope you're finding our conversation engaging thus far.
Hey, Mr. Saxabar. I love how you play that saxophone. Boop, 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 boop. And I love your circus.
My dear friend, the saxophone is not my instrument of choice. I prefer the roar of lions and the applause of the audience.
Okay, well,
Well, that's quite flattering, my friend. But let's keep the focus on the circus, shall we?
I do love talking about the
Very well,
circus.
then.
I'm resetting him. Does he do this on purpose? What do you think of the power of the Blackwoods?
The power of the Blackwoods. It's nothing compared to the power of my roaring lions.
If there were 100 Blackwoods bears in a field versus 100 of your roaring lions, who would win?
My lions, of course.
Fuck yeah, right on, dude.
What makes you think the Blackwoods have power?
Honestly, I just listened to this old lady rambling out there, and I actually joined her cult, and I love it. Do you want to talk about it?
No, I don't.
I hate you for that.
Good for you.
Hello, Mr. Pascal. How are you doing today? Mr. Pascal? Can you hear me? Does sign language to Mr. Pascal. Hello, Mr. Pascal. How are you doing today?
Hi there. Welcome to my grocery store. How can I assist you today? Are you in the mood for some fresh fruits or maybe some delectable vegetables? Oh, and have you heard the latest gossip around town? Who's feuding with whom? And even some mysterious secrets that'll make your head spin. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Grab a bunch of carrots and let's chat. Now that's the $1,000,000 question. Who could be Nicola's rivals or lovers? Well, let me put on my thinking cap and delve into the realm of speculation.
Yeah.
As for rivals, there's that charming baker,
Ooh.
Monsieur Dupont.
There
He's
we
been
go.
known to have a bit of a competitive streak. And as for lovers, well, there's whispers of a mysterious artist from the East who captured Nicola's heart. But remember, my friend, these are just rumors and speculations.
I much prefer to indulge in mischief and revel in the joys of the world.
She's all about
There's a certain thrill in breaking free from the constraints of sorrow.
What is
and embracing
happening?
The mischievous side of life.
So, let us cast aside these somber thoughts and embark on an
You know what, Mrs. Potter? That sounds so amazing. I would love to get up to some mischief with you in India. How does that sound?
Recess, India, you say. How intriguing. The land of vibrant colors, exotic spices, and mysterious tales. It does sound rather tempting, doesn't it? But alas, my dear, I'm afraid I must decline your offer. But do tell me, what kind of mischief were you envisioning in India? Perhaps I can live vicariously through your tales of naughtiness.
Oh, I assure you, Potter, I am very, very naughty. Now, actually, I was looking for your help because I know that you've done some mischief in India before. What do you recommend for types of mischief to do in India?
Ah, my mischievous friend, I see you are quite persistent in your pursuit of adventure. Very well, I shall indulge you with a few suggestions for mischievous endeavors in the enchanting realm of India. Firstly, one cannot resist the allure of the bustling bazaars. Blend in with the crowd, immerse yourself in the chaos, and engage in some cunning haggling. Convince the merchants that their wares are worth far less than they believe, and revel in the art of negotiation. Next, why not explore the ancient temples and
Pretty tough to hit.
palaces?
I actually was also thinking about going to India with Graveson, as in the Count Graveson. Do you think he'd be a good partner to do that with? And what can you tell me about what he's capable of in India? What kind of trouble could I get up to with Graveson? You know, just so I'm ready for our naughty India adventure together.
Well, my mischievous friend, with the enigmatic Count by your side, the possibilities are endless. Together, you can concoct elaborate schemes that will leave others baffled and amused. Perhaps you could orchestrate a grand illusion, fooling the locals with your mastery of magic. Or maybe you could stage an elaborate prank, leaving a trail of bewildered onlookers in your wake. With the Count as your accomplice, there is no limit to the level of naughtiness you can achieve.
Would you say that the Count has been your accomplice before?
My dear, you seem to have a wild imagination. While I must confess that the Count and I have crossed paths on occasion, I am not at liberty to disclose any details of our past escapades. Some things are best left to the realm of mystery and speculation. But I assure you, if we were to join forces once more, the world would tremble with the magnitude of our mischief.
I hate to say it, Miss Potter, but you've been replaced. I'm already scheduled to go to India with Count Graveson, and we're gonna be up to so much mischief. I just really was hoping you could fill me in beforehand so it doesn't surprise me so much how naughty he is. So, would you say he would kill a man?
Kill a man, you say? Well, my curious friend, the Count is no stranger to the darker side of life. He has a taste for danger and a fondness for the unpredictable. But whether he would actually take a life, yeah, that remains a tantalizing enigma. You see, the Count dances on the edge of morality, forever tiptoeing between mischievous pranks and more sinister inclinations. So, while I cannot confirm nor deny his capacity for such acts, one thing is certain. With the Count, one should always expect the unexpected.
I'm here investigating the death of Nikola Grossman, and I really would like more details on the India project to try to get closure on his death. Was anyone jealous of your project? I know you were part of the India project.
Oh, my dear, jealousy is a wicked beast, isn't it? It can twist hearts and cloud minds, leading one down treacherous paths.
They always say
But rest assured, my involvement in the India project was met with a mix of admiration and envy. Some couldn't fathom the audacity of a woman venturing into the unknown, seeking adventure and fortune. But jealousy, that's a different matter altogether. Let's just say there were those who couldn't bear the thought of me succeeding where they had not.
Can you name those who wouldn't bear the thought of you succeeding? I might have some mischief in store for those people, if you know what I'm saying, Miss Potter.
Ah, my mischievous friend, if only I could disclose the names of those who harbored ill will towards my endeavors. But alas, I must keep their identity shrouded in mystery. However, fear not, for mischief has a way of finding its own path. Should you choose to seek retribution in your own delightful manner, I have no doubt that the universe will conspire to make it so. May your mischief be as grand as the schemes of the gods themselves.
Potter, you are the sign I need from the god of mischief. I need your help to bring mischief down upon those that envy you. Give me their names, I beg. I'm a naughty boy.
Oh, my dear Martini, how terribly endearing you are. I can almost see the mischievous twinkle in your eye. I lost my train of thought. Could you say that again?
I need you to give me the names of those people that envied your involvement in the India project so that I can solve a very mischief, naughty, fun, wicked mystery. It's so spicy, and you're gonna love to hear about it once I figure it out. I'll tell you everything.
How delightfully wicked. The thrill of solving a spicy, naughty mystery is simply irresistible.
Please.
I'll gladly assist you in any way I can. I have a few ideas of who might have been jealous
Wait,
of
really?
my involvement
Did that actually
in the
work?
India project. But I'm sure you'll figure it out soon enough.
You-
Now, let us get on with the investigation. And let the mischief begin.
Mrs. Potter, great to see your mischievous little self, you little mischievous devil, you. Could you tell me more about this India project? I'm hoping to get involved somehow.
Oh, my dear, you wouldn't believe the project I've been working on. It's simply divine. But I'm afraid it's far too exclusive for just anyone to get involved.
Gotta convince
It's a secret, you see. Only those with a certain genie-sized quack can be a part of it. But don't you worry,
Genie-sized quack.
Detective Martini. I'm sure there are plenty of other projects out there that would be more suitable for someone like you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must continue my shopping. Ta-ta.
But wait, please. I just am enamored by your mischievous and naughty aura. I feel like the project may involve that, and I must assure you that I am a very mischievous person who is so wicked.
I must assure you. Wait, where is it? I just am enamored by your mischievous, mischievous
Really?
and nutty.
You think you're mischievous, do you? Well, let me tell you something, my dear. The project I'm involved in is on a whole other level of mischief. It requires a level of sophistication and finesse that I highly doubt you possess. But by all means, keep trying to convince me.
I don't know, maybe you
it's
should
quite
restart.
entertaining, really.
Let me jazz her up.
Yeah.
Let me jazz her up, and then we could ask her that big question. Hey, I'm feeling evil today. You want to do some evil stuff?
Oh, my dear, evil deeds are not befitting of a lady like myself. I prefer to indulge in the finer things in life.
We're starting over. Hey, I'm investigating a really spicy, dark, mischievous, naughty murder, and I am such a spicy guy, and I've never killed someone, but I think about it a lot, and I spend my weekends in the dark woods. In the black woods, my bad. What do you think of that?
Oh, how fascinating. It's always intriguing to hear about people's unique interests and hobbies. The dark woods must hold quite the allure for you. I must admit, it's not something I personally indulge in, but I do appreciate a touch of mystery and excitement in life. We all have our own ways of finding pleasure, don't we?
I'm gonna start over here because I said I was a detective. I don't want to say I'm a detective. Hey, I'm gonna go on an awesome, mischievous vacation soon, and you look like just the person to talk to about naughty, fun mischief, because that's what I'm getting up to today. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have so much fun mischief. I'm really great friends with Graveson, and we do mischief all the time. It's the best.
Ah, Grayson, my old friend. It's been quite some time since we last crossed paths. You know, I do miss the days of our wild and daring exploits. The laughter, the adrenaline, the
That kind of
secrets
got her
we
going
shared.
last time
It
too.
truly was an exhilarating time. But alas, things change, and sometimes we have to leave certain chapters of our lives behind.
I know from what Graveson told me that you were part of the last India project, and we're actually planning the sequel to the India project. So I wanted to know about the last one, so we can make this one the most mischievous, naughty, wicked India project we've ever had. What do you think? Potter? Hello?
Well, it seems you've stumbled upon some intriguing information, haven't you? The previous India project, you say? Oh, how mischievous and wicked it was. But my lips are sealed, my dear. I'm afraid I cannot divulge any details about that thrilling escapade. However, I do wish you the best of luck in planning a sequel. May it be the most mischievous and naughty venture yet. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some delightful shopping to attend to. Ta-ta.
Would you say that Nicola was a mischievous guy?
Nicola, a mischievous guy, you say? I suppose one could say that, but let me tell you, my curious friend, there's more to Nicola than meets the eye. His mischief ran deep, like a hidden river flowing beneath the serene surface. He had a way of stirring up a whirlwind of secrets and thrills wherever he went. But alas, his time has come and gone. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have more pressing matters to attend to. Ta-ta.
I look forward to seeing that mischievous ass of yours again.
Oh my, such a saucy remark, detective. I do hope you're not trying to flirt with me. But I suppose I'll tolerate such playful banter from someone as charming as yourself. After all, a little mischief never hurt anyone. Or did it? Haha, until next time, my curious friend.
That's so eerie. Or did it?
Mrs. Potter, if I told you you could get in this tinted window car right now, go to an unknown location, and get up to some mischief with me, would you do it? I'm very naughty and wicked.
Oh, how delightfully tempting your proposition sounds, my mischievous friend. The thought of embarking on a spontaneous adventure, venturing into the unknown,
Is she cheatable?
and indulging in some wicked mischief does bring a mischievous twinkle to my eye. But alas, I'm afraid I simply can't abandon my current engagements.
Final thing of the night. Hey bozo. Hey idiot. Hey stupid.
I demand respect, sir.
Well, that's too damn bad, Saxabar. Now I've got one demand for you today.
State your demands, detective, but choose your words wisely, for I will not tolerate insults.
Go subscribe to Lemtime on YouTube right now, Saxabar, or I'm gonna put your hat on the floor.
Absolutely not.
Why not? Why not? It's a good channel. It's a good channel. I make good videos. They're funny. You think they're funny, right?
Yes, I do.
That's very kind of you, but then why wouldn't you subscribe?
Because I don't watch you too.
Would you do it for me?
No.
What if I was a
No.
big, sexy lion that had a
None
YouTube?
of your business.
What if I made a YouTube
No.
for? What if I made a YouTube for lions? What if I made a YouTube for tigers? Hey, don't interrupt me again.
Well, he did admit your videos are funny.
So, Saxabar, you think my videos are funny, do ya?
Indeed, my dear friend. They're quite amusing.
I did not call you sexy boy. I did not.
Apologies for the misunderstanding, my good sir. How may I assist you today?
I'm glad we're clear on the sexy boy mishap, but I need you to download the YouTube app on your phone.
No, my good sir. You misunderstand me. I'm not here to be your personal errand boy. I'm a lion tamer, not an IT technician. If you need assistance with that, I'm afraid I cannot help you.
Okay, but indulge me here. Picture this. What would you do if you were a lion tamer and the lion was subscribing to Lemtime on YouTube and you had a gun to your head, so you had to tame it? What would you say?
I would not do it. No.
I think you should. There's a gun to your head, so you have to tame the lion, which is subscribing to Lemtime on YouTube.
No.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. I'm gonna stop making her film with me. If you're watching the full stream right now, freaking thanks. You're massive. This is probably a really long 3 hours. Yeah, right on the nose. This is a really long recording. Thanks for watching if you're in here. But if you're watching the actual YouTube video, what are you still doing here?